Hello and welcome to another episode of Quotables. Today I am joined once again by my charming co-host, Ernie. How you doing?
Hello, Dex.
That was your big.
That was
your
big
big
thing.
intro.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So how you doing, Dex?
I'm doing well, dude. I'm freaking chilling, dude. Well, I told you, I always say I'm excited for these,
Mhm.
but I'm most excited for episode 3 because that's like my second favorite Star Wars movie of all time. I've watched it
This is definitely one of the best in the trilogy. I would
Definitely,
say.
yeah.
It was. I have a lot more notes on it, which I'm excited to dive into. If you're just joining us, what we do is pick movies that we really like and have enjoyed, and just pretty much we kind of changed a little change of this. I'm sorry, we changed the show a little bit.
Yeah.
We kind of went from just talking about quotes, but now we're found something else a little special. We just dive through the movie and just go through it. Try to go mostly scene by scene and just dive into it and just really
Kind of give our thoughts and like what our favorite scenes
I was
about
at a
it.
loss
and
for words.
stuff. Now you're good. And where he's lost, I am found.
Exactly.
No, but yeah.
So anyway, so you're excited.
I am.
I'm excited.
What about you, man? How are you feeling about
I'm
this?
excited for this one too. I haven't seen episode 3 in a while, to be honest with you.
Wow, I'm
Ever
so
since I
proud.
played the movie tie-in game.
Oh,
Remember that
dang.
shit?
Yeah.
That shit was
Let's
sick.
talk about that towards the end because I remember the ending. How if you switch it.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Okay, let's
That's
talk
pretty
it
cool.
later.
Anyway, all right. Well, let's dive into it. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Once again, we're starting with Star Wars. We're gonna go to Return of the Jedi, and then we'll switch gears.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, here we go. The intro starts, and we have the opening crawl once again. Did you skip it this time? You always skip it.
I always skip it.
You always
dude.
skip it.
I watched it twice and I still skipped it. I was
fuck.
like, I don't want to see it.
Well, I watched it
Okay.
because I had, just for
Yeah, of
purposes.
course. Notes.
It really dumbs it down a lot more from the second one because it starts with it just goes war just like in the beginning, like right.
What is it good
and then,
for?
and towards the end of that same paragraph it goes, there are heroes on both sides. Evil is everywhere. That's it. I was just like,
Yeah.
it was just dumb. Anyway,
Short and sweet. I feel like.
it was short and sweet, but that was like the first thing. So we're brought in by apparently Chancellor Palpatine has been captured by General Grievous. And
Kenobi.
we show Anakin and Obi one flying through space to get to the Chancellor. And I don't know if you noticed, but they're like the whole scene. They're literally just flying gracefully as everything's blowing up. They don't even shoot They don't shoot at all. They're
Yeah.
just. I think it's just for the shot.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then until the Vulture droids come in or whatever they
I
are.
always like that shot because, like, I always
It
think,
is a cool shot.
yeah,
but-
because like like when I don't know if you remember this, like Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, they kind of use the Force to guide them through shit. I was
is that
wondering
what
if
it
like
is?
Obi-Wan and Luke or
Um,
Anakin are using that, and that's why they're so fucking graceful.
I know, but
You know,
everyone's just getting
nothing-
blown up. They couldn't have
everybody's
shot somebody
dying
or
and shit,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah. I know, like the clones in the bag.
Yeah,
He's like, that's what they're here for.
Yeah.
Just
He's like,
fucking just die.
oh, they're like, oh shit.
But it's super cool. And then even that part too of the clone, that when the ship gets blown up, you see the clone just flying through space.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that shit was intense. A little
It was
scary.
kind of crazy.
And then, so then those buzz droids come, and then Obi-Wan's like, "Flying is for droids." I think that's the first line he said. I think I don't know. I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
But and then R4
Oh, that's
is
just
sadly
sad.
destroyed.
Yeah.
But why is it that R2 is able to fight and none of these other droids can?
I really don't know.
Because R4 sounds like it'd be an upgrade from R2.
I know.
But R2 seems to have more capabilities than this guy.
Yeah, dude.
It's kind of sad. But yeah, R2 is just a badass, just fighting off the buzz droids.
He's all hit him in the eye or
Oh,
in
he's
the
like, hit
middle.
him in the R2, and he's like, good R2. It's just stuff. But anyway, so now we see General Grievous, and I never understood what his. I guess like towards the end I realized why, but like, why is he coughing so much?
Yeah, because he's all fucked up.
What happened to him?
I
I mean,
think-
I know he has the organs in him, right?
Yeah, I
But
think he
mean-
has like a really, really sad fucking story.
Does he?
Yeah, so
Okay.
like he went through. I don't know. I don't know it, but it's like
He had
he was
really
in
bad
war
asthma
or
as
some
a
shit,
kid.
and then like he just fucked himself up, and that's why he's always like fucking.
It's a little strange to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a little
Because they don't tell you anything when you watch the movie.
Mm-mm.
You're just kind of like watching it. You're like, why does he fucking have asthma and shit?
Yeah, it's weird. But they never. But I guess if there's more of a backstory, I didn't really look it up. But it's just kind of funny though.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's because he doesn't get enough oxygen in space. He's but he sounds cool though. I like
Yeah, he
the
does,
I like
yeah,
his sound
yeah.
and his look is super cool. And then I have this kind of a constant reoccurrence that I'll just mention the first one. Obi-Wan is probably like the worst commander. because so when when they're in that dock in the hangar bay, they're looking for the Chancellor.
Yeah.
So he's trying to call for R2 to like fix the elevator or something, right? But he's like not even thinking like, okay, R2 obviously hasn't answered. Maybe something's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, because obviously he had the droids come in, but then like his voice just amplifying off of the ship.
It gets louder.
R2, come in, R2. Why aren't you there, R2? Yeah. And then like all the aliens are like, what is that? What is that? And R2's like hiding and shit. I'm like,
he puts it inside him. And,
I'm like, what the fuck?
And then he goes, he'll get back to work.
So like it's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
But anyway, like, and then R2 fucking again destroys like a whole army of droids. Just been being clever.
Yeah, and that's
clever
when they're like in the elevator, right, or whatever.
They're in the elevator and they're waiting for
and then for R2 to go up and up.
And then what's his name? Anakin's just climbing around. He's like, I hate when he does that. He's always mad at him.
Yeah, and then that's when he comes back down. He comes back in, Anakin, and then fucking Obi-Wan says like, I forget. He goes, or he defends because Anakin defends R2 because remember I was telling you that R2 is a gift from Padme for their wedding. Remember?
Oh yeah.
And then C-3PO is like Padme's gift that Anakin gave her. And then like he says like I think he defends him. He goes, he's all don't say it. He's all R2. Hey, he has no loose wire jokes or something like that. Like you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, he tells him some weird like he's like, don't do it. Don't make that joke. He doesn't have any loose wires. Or some shit like that, because Obi-Wan's always talking shit or something.
Yeah.
I was just random.
Well, can an Anakin fix him?
Maybe that's why he's so fucking upgraded, because Anakin.
No, maybe. No, but he was always kind of
crazy, huh?
He didn't even know Anakin.
I know. First one. This is the last movie where he has a jetpack, huh? Well, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's doing the older ones. No, because why? If he made R2 that badass, what the hell did he do with C-3PO? He just kind of fucked him.
He must have done something, right? Did he?
Why didn't he take 3PO?
He's fucking in every movie, dude.
He's I'll take R2 and you'll take 3PO. She's like, oh, he's just talking the whole time. I've had the worst day. She's like, shut up. Anyway, all right. So then the next thing is they find the Chancellor, and Dooku rolls up with these 2 droid bodyguards like they're gonna do anything. And then Anakin, he goes, I've been looking forward to our next meeting. And then Anakin goes, my powers have doubled since the last time we met.
And he goes, double the something, double the fall.
Double the fault or something like that. And then, of course, they're fighting. And then, of course, Obi-Wan gets thrown to the ground and knocks out, like always.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's supposed to be a master Jedi, but he seems like he's always
getting fucked up, dude.
And passing out and just... Oh, he's down.
If Palpatine, when he sees the Count Dooku, goes, "Oh, Count Dooku," or something, says like that.
Count Dooku.
And then he goes, and then he fucking says, "What does he say?" He goes, he's like, "Are you sure you can take on him? He's a Sith Lord." He's like, "Sith Lords are our specialties, specialities or some shit."
Oh, yes, specialities.
So
but then he gets fucked up.
Yeah, he gets pushed away,
and then he's knocked out, and then he's just done out of the count.
And then he puts that fucking thing down on him.
And then finally, Anakin gets the best of Dooku, which is kind of a brutal scene. Like chops off his hands.
Yeah.
And then his head, but then the Emperor's taunting him, and he says, "Do it," as Palpatine goes, "Do it." You know, I was like, "Dang, it's so cool." I like when he does that shit. I don't know why. And then that's when they're talking. So then they're talking, and then all of a sudden, I don't know how it comes up, but I think Palpatine mentions it. He says, "Remember how you?"
Because he wants to kill him or whatever, or because he kills him.
Oh yeah, and then
kills Dooku.
He's like, "I know your anger," and he's just like, "Remember what they did to your mother?" And then Anakin just looks at the side and hears. A little flashback in his head.
The sand people, dude.
Oh, yeah, he's the sand people.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? And I this is one of the things I wish I would have remembered when we did the Attack of the Clones one. Do you remember when he's killing the sand people? You hear Qui-Gon Jinn. Do you remember that? He goes, Anakin.
Oh, is that what? That's what it is.
It's Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh shit!
I didn't think of that. I'm like, dude, that's fucking Qui-Gon Jinn. I think.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Making it super quiet.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The freaking
He's just like that's an easy. And then Palpatine tries to encourage. Discourage Anakin from getting
helping Obi-Wan. Yeah.
But then he still has the heart and goes back to Obi-Wan, and then. And then then they're trying to escape the ship, and then again there's that Asian stereotype pilot. He goes fire, and he goes magnetize. Magnetize. Yeah, I forgot how his voice was, but it's fucking funny. And then all of a sudden, then like Anakin has Obi-Wan, then Obi-Wan wakes up freaking out, and then
dude, they're fucking hanging.
Yeah, and they're just hanging down. And Obi-Wan, did I miss something? And then it's funny because like the Palpatine like grabs onto his leg.
Yeah.
And then when they fall, like they drop, you see Palpatine let go, right?
Yeah.
And they're flying down, but then all of a sudden when they swing in, he's still connected to him and they fly in. I was like, what the hell? Maybe he used the Force. I don't know. He flew up a little Superman. And then they're surrounded, and then R2 flies in. He's like,
yeah, he does the sound.
He's already done it. I think he's already done it like 3 times by then.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, damn, they're really getting in on this.
Yeah.
Wow. But which I love that voice, or I love that sound. And then the Grievous' guards, they're pretty cool additions to the cast.
Oh, I thought they were fucking cool as hell, dude.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
They're cool. Yeah, that's super cool. They have the cool little swords. And then you notice the droids are a lot more animated in this. You know, they're kind of like ow. One goes ow or something like that.
Yeah, like randomly, huh?
Yeah, but they're like they're a lot more talkative. And I'm just like, damn. It's like, I don't know why.
And then freaking when Anakin's hanging, he's all hands up.
Hands up, Jedi. And then Grievous gets in like the sick ass stance, and I thought they're gonna have that back. Okay. Well, no, I'm sorry. He takes his lightsabers and then uses the Force to get it back.
Yeah, they get him back.
Yeah, and then
But doesn't he have his own at this point? Because like obviously, remember Grievous.
He took. Remember, he has these to my collection.
But he took 2. But then he has like a fucking full collection.
But then again, like he just escapes. Like that was his plan all along.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what a little bish. I thought it was cool. But maybe he was sick and he had to get some rest.
He needed his cough medicine.
But it's cool how he escapes though. Like he like flies out and like climbs up the thing. That's pretty dope.
He says something and then he throws that fucking staff and then it opens up.
And then they're flying. Then what happened? Oh yeah, and then I think the ship breaks down, and then Obi-Wan's like, we lost something because half the ship's missing.
Half the ship is gone.
And then Anakin, now we're really picking up speed. There's just like a lot of those little bits in those moments, but it's like they're not really needed. But I think it's for
he's like, we're heating up.
Comedy's
going down.
Yeah, we're heating up. Comedy's sake.
You know, one thing when I was watching this movie, I felt like it was more not just actiony, you know, like more action, but it was very like popcorn flicky. You know what I mean? Like
it was. I
don't know why they did that, but they did that in this one a lot more. And it's like, and then towards like later on, the middle kind of ending is when it becomes a little bit more like, you know, darker.
Yeah, but like the whole movie's kind of dark in general, but then like it gets really dark towards the end.
Yeah, definitely.
So anyway, they get into I forgot what ship they go on. I think it's Naboo. No, Croissant. I think it's Croissant. Do they go on Croissant?
Coruscant?
Yeah, Coruscant. Is that what they land on?
I believe so, but I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you.
There's like the little fireman clones like putting out the fire on the
thing. Yeah, that's right. And then they run into a fucking tower.
And then I think
what if there was people in there and shit?
And then someone says, coming in too hot. I don't know if he said that literally or it was a joke. I'm sure it was a joke. That's fucking funny. And then he gets down and then fucking Obi-Wan's like, you have a glorious time with the politicians. I'm like, oh, what the fuck are they gonna do with the politicians? They're all just sitting there like Jar Jar's doing the fucking stand up or something. He's like,
and Jar Jar comes out and he runs into someone. Remember one of like those fucking senators with him? And
in that time?
Yeah, and after like when he says that to him, and then he goes to hug Padme or whatever, and you see what's his face, Jar Jar walking, and he bumps into someone and he goes, "Excuse me."
I thought he didn't even say anything. Like the whole movie.
He says something. He goes, "Excuse me."
Maybe I missed it because like he literally has like that's like his only scene. And then the very end is the scene.
Yeah.
Poor Jar Jar. Mm-hmm. And then he goes. It's funny because. Then Obi-Wan is like, or no, Anakin's like, Obi-Wan, you're gonna stay here, and he's like, no, I need to leave. This is your day, blah blah blah. And he's like, he's all, like I've rescued you 10 times, 9 times.
That business,
that business and it doesn't count. But then again, Obi-Wan, worst Jedi. He's always getting saved. He's never he's not very reliable.
Which is kind of crazy, like how you keep saying this. How fucking powerful is he really?
He's not but and even in A New Hope, like he doesn't really do much. He's just like that guy. He's like more of a mentor, I guess, in a way. But he's not really much of a fighter. He's always talking shit about it anyway. Anyway, so then they're walking away, and then it's funny because they're all walking with the politicians, and Padme's just hiding in the shadows. Like if they wanted to be secretive, like why would she be right in the open? And they're there for a while.
Yeah,
like they're talking for a while,
and they're fucking kissing, making out. And no one else can see them.
I know, all sexually, and it's like I wonder if Jar Jar's met. Annie, he's like, "Well, Annie, you've grown." And then he goes, and then Padme's, I'm not here, and then Anakin's all, yes, here. Like, what does he imply? I was like, God, it was just a little cringy. It was a little awkward.
It's weird because now you see like they gave like Pat or Natalie Portman like direction to like be in love and like act like that, and she does a good job. But it's just he still makes it kind of awkward for some reason.
It's super awkward.
And then like she's just like, what she did? So, not here,
not here. And then like, and then she's like, Annie, something wonderful has happened. She says she's pregnant. And you notice like they put Padme just like she doesn't like in the last two movies she was doing shit, but now she's just like that background character that just sits at home.
She's just.
I guess she's pregnant. I guess,
pregnant,
and she's hiding or whatever. But still, it's like, oh man, like they took that away from her, which she was badass for. But then Anakin's a little hesitant with the babies at first, and I think he's thinking in his head, he's all, I should have force pulled out. Zing. Just kidding. Anyway, on that note, Jedis, they don't have, history with babies.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, So, but in my head, I'm like, dude, Jedis are getting paid, right? Because like, how is it gonna pay for the baby?
I don't fucking even
like,
know,
it's gonna like they never really explain. I guess in credits.
Well, she's making money, right? Because she's
do you see that fucking apartment?
I know, dude. She's got a fucking sweet ass house.
I don't know where he stays at this.
He has
a
sweet ass fucking car at some point or whatever.
Like car. They got 3PO.
Yeah, dude, gold and shit.
I know.
And then fucking that's when they rescue him and the Chancellor talks to Mace Windu. Remember? And then like Mace Windu asks him.
I thought was that after?
No, that's right at that moment, right before like he fucking goes to hug her, and then like he like freaking tells him, he goes, Chancellor Palpatine, are you all right, motherfucker? Like it's weird, like you can see, like not even like making fun of fucking Samuel L. Jackson. But like you can see as the character, like he's like fucking, he does not trust this motherfucker at all.
He doesn't look like he's trusted anyone this whole fucking time.
Exactly.
Even talking to Yoda, he's trying to like, I don't trust this green motherfucker.
Mr. Green.
But then again, like we're back to Padme and Anakin. It's like you think someone at that point already walked by and say, "Hey, isn't that Anakin and Padme?" And they just fucking imagine.
He's fucking racking her on the wall and shit, and then people.
I'm not here. Yes, here. And then it shows Grievous and it like has this intense ass fucking music and shit. But it like so far what we got from him is that he just gives orders, coughs and wheezes, and fucking runs away. He's like, "Where's my inhaler?" He's all pissed off. But then he's talking to Palpatine. Oh no, at this point it's Emperor Palpatine, right?
Yeah, he became.
Or Darth Sidious he's talking to, and then Grievous is like, "Oh, what are we gonna do without Count Dooku?" And he's like, "Oh, his death was a necessary loss," which it's like he's just trying to get Anakin to get into that killing
the apprentice or whatever.
So just knocking out all his like everybody else and just letting him give into his hate and anger and all that stuff. So then they're back with Padme and Anakin, and Padme still looks the same. Anakin is still getting older somehow. And then he goes, "You're so beautiful." And then Padme goes, "Because I'm so in love." And then Anakin, "No, it's because I'm so in love with you."
Yes.
Like, who writes this shit?
I don't know who, but they deserve a fucking award for it.
They're that couple that does that. You hang up first, for sure.
Yeah,
you hang up first. No, yeah.
They're the if Instagram was a thing there, they'd be the Instagram couple, dude.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Hanging with Jar Jar tonight. Like, tag Binks.
And then Mace Windu dislikes this.
Dislikes. I do not approve this shit. Anyway, it's so cringy again. And then he's having dreams again. And then he's seen death and painful birth for Padme.
Is he seeing the birth? I didn't get that.
But remember he says, but he talks to her later. He's like, "I see you in childbirth and you scream or you're dying."
Right,
he just said you're dying.
Right,
he already like knows she's dying.
Yeah.
And
maybe he thinks that the kids are killing him. That's probably why he didn't want him, or he was reluctant.
Maybe.
That makes sense.
And he's fucking ripped, dude.
Yeah,
He all fucking swole.
That's the Force.
It's the Force pumps. I've gotten a lot stronger since you met me. At the gym. Anyway,
do you think like they're working out and like Mace Windu's all, "One more, motherfucker"?
That's all you got, motherfucker. He's like, "Give me some space." Yeah.
Anyway. Stairs motherfuckerly.
Stairs motherfuckerly. So that's when, and then so Anakin's talking to Yoda about these dreams. and the dreams are pain and suffering, and then the fear of a loss is a path to the dark side, which Yoda is always talking about. And then he starts talking about how Jedi's how death is like a natural cycle. He's like Jedi's turn into the Force when they die, so that's when they're one with the Force. I think he says they turn into midichlorians. And then he goes, I like this part because Yoda goes, mourn them do not, miss them do not. I'm like, damn, Yoda's a cold motherfucker. Yeah, dude. He does not give a fuck. Even though it hurts him anyway.
Which is kind of funny, huh? Because he's telling them like they're there still. They're here with us. Yeah, you know what I mean.
He's religious. He's like Gandhi.
Yeah,
if Gandhi was green, and he's Jedi. So now, Obi-Wan does not trust Palpatine, of course, like no one does, and now him and Anakin are boys, and that's frightening Obi-Wan.
Well, that's right. They got really close, and you could kind of like see.
Yeah, and
then he tells him like or whatever.
And then I think that's when he doesn't give him his assignment yet.
Mm-hmm.
But then he shows Palpatine talking to Anakin, and he promotes him to the Jedi Council, right? A representative, to be a personal representative of the Jedi Council. And it's funny because Anakin goes, "Me, a master? I'm overwhelmed, sir." I'm like, damn, he sounds very overwhelmed. Like, he needs to chill.
That's why freaking Mace Windu denies him that, dude.
Exactly.
Because he's like, hey, you got to relax.
You got to chill, motherfucker. I just wanted him to say motherfucker once.
I know.
And then he goes, and then, he's just feeding him that dark side spoon. And then, like, exactly. Take a seat, motherfucker. He doesn't ground him. He doesn't ground him the master.
Yeah.
He tells him to take a seat. Like,
dude, the way he tells him to, he's like, take a seat.
And Anakin's just like, Anakin's always had like that hate towards Mace because Mace always knew like he's like, I don't trust this kid. He's a little shit, and he just wants his turbo man.
I wonder what the hell he thought. Like he's like, no, this fucker's gonna be the downfall of us.
He said, I seen that movie Omen. A little shit,
he's a little Damien.
And then Anakin, how can you do this? This is unfair. No, this is outrageous. It's unfair. He just can't.
He just can't catch a break.
He can't catch a break, and he just can't act.
I feel like it like in this movie, progressively as you keep watching it, like you see him get worse and worse. It's the deliverance of what he says.
Sadly, this one is actually his best.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he's like actually knows what the role he's supposed to do now.
Yeah.
Like be a dick.
Yeah.
But
were you talking about Mace or were we talking
I'm sorry. Talking about Anakin. Are you talking about Mace?
No. I was talking about Anakin as well. Okay. It just sounded like you were talking because Mace is like usually the fucking dick.
Yeah.
But no.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about I mean, Mace has always been a dick.
Yeah.
And even he says he doesn't trust him. Like Mace is not a fan of Anakin. And Yoda has his doubts, but Obi-Wan still tries to stick up for him.
Of course.
He's never doubted me before.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're back with Padme and Anakin. Even Padme knows the Emperor's doing some sketchy shit, but Anthony is the one. Anthony Skywalker. Anakin is the one who's clouded, and then she goes, "Hug me like you did on Naboo."
When it was just the two of us for a weekend or some shit.
That was fucking sweet. Like paint me like one of your French girls. Like, basically, like this shit was great. And then Anakin goes to meet the Chancellor, and they're watching that weird fucking show in the Opera House. It's like
it's like bubbles and shit.
Cirque du Soleil. What if it's like a porn?
Circus Buble, dude.
That's good.
Thank you.
That was good. Good job. It was just weird. And then that's when he starts talking about that's when he starts
the
talking
dark
about
side and the powers of all that.
He starts talking about what's his name? Darth
Plagueis.
Plagueis.
Plagueis. Yeah, Darth Plagueis.
Yeah. But it's funny because Palpatine's just like, leave us to his little guest, and they just take off. Like those people get paid good money for that bubble show.
I know, it's kind of weird, right? and then the devil dude that's with him leaves too, right?
Like, the weird fucking that guy's like on the side the whole fucking time. What happens to that guy? Is he in the later ones?
Doesn't he die?
Wasn't he the one that serves Jabba?
Jawa?
Jabba.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Is that him? No.
Is it?
I don't know.
It kind of looks like him. You're right. A little bit. No.
Revelation. We'll see.
Oh no, you know what, dude? No, that guy's red, and he has like two balls, and it's red.
That's Insidious. No. That's Hellboy. We'll find out in the next one, shall we? Oh no, I don't think we find out till Empire. Anyway, back to where we were.
No, Revenge of the Sith.
No, I'm talking about Jabba.
Jabba.
Like we don't see we won't find out Jabba's little if he's that henchman till Empire Strikes Back, right?
Oh, that's right.
Anyway, let's get back on track here.
I know, damn, dude. Now you made me want to watch it. I don't remember that shit, but
Well,
go ahead,
it's
please,
coming
please,
up. We're
please.
gonna watch it
Continue.
So yeah, he keeps feeding him the dark side spoon, and you know, he already knows what they want Anakin to do, which is spy. Like he was given the task to spy on him. Like this is how they're gonna get his trust. Like if Anakin can deliver on these orders, and then we'll trust Anakin and make him his little master. So Anakin is being told the story of Darth Plagueis. Plagueis. So like he was talking about like he was able to create life and power and the ones he saved from dying. And of course, that's what Anakin wants to hear, which is all Palpatine does. And he says that the apprentice killed him, which is obviously Palpatine, right?
Palpatine, yeah.
I was like, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And he has Anakin hooked.
Yeah.
He's in. He's like, let's do this. I want to fucking fuck around. So then, I think it's pretty funny because they send Obi-Wan to go after General Grievous. And he goes, I think it's what's his name, Kai-Dai Moondai, the guy with the big forehead.
Oh yeah.
He goes, we need to send a master with more experience. But I'm like, but Obi-Wan's always the one who's losing. Like he's always getting pushed around. Like if he can't do it with Anakin, what makes you think he's gonna do it by himself?
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, Anakin's already the better Jedi in my opinion. Obviously, in everyone's
he's
opinion.
stronger and like a lot better. Yeah.
But anyway, for story purposes. But yeah, then we even and if you notice, Obi-Wan and Anakin's their relationship is like their connection. They're like connected now.
Yeah,
like,
they're
really
like
good.
brothers and shit.
They're super brotherly to each other. And you know, Obi-Wan already knows that he's stronger with him, or stronger than him. And then I think he says to him, "Goodbye, old friend." Right at that moment.
Yeah,
when he
does.
takes off, because that's the last time he's ever going to see Anakin as
for
Anakin.
like a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like 'cause the next time he sees him, he's going to be evil, which is it's kind of sad.
It is kind of crazy. It is sad. Freaking, what's his name? The big guy with big ass forehead.
Kai-Dai Moondai, I think, right?
Kai-Dai Moondai, whatever fucking name.
He's a political idealist.
Every time he comes out, I feel like it's a treat because I get to see like some crazy ass motherfucker, dude. And because he literally even he's like a little those little fucking he's a little hologram or whatever, but he's still a fucking treat to look at. Look at him, he looks crazy. There's like as soon as I saw him, I'm like, look at this motherfucker, dude.
Like imagine the makeup process on that.
God, that would suck.
Put a pumpkin on his head.
He's all, okay. He's all George Lucas. We need him to have a forehead this high. Not here.
About
right fucking
about
here.
ye high. It's stupid. You're dumb. So then I don't know why I came up with this stupid little thought. So Obi-Wan takes off, and he goes into light speed.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I thought about this because you see other ships out there. I'm like, I wonder if anyone's crashed in light speed. Like, obviously they probably have a radar, but like, what if someone's like happens to be passing by, just fucking tears them apart? I don't know why I had that feeling, that thought. It's just something that always bothered me. I'm just kidding.
There's always like little things about this fucking movie. You're just like, you watching, you're like, how did this actually happen? This doesn't make sense.
I mean, yes, it's a fantasy, but we want answers. Anyway, so then he's back with Anakin is back with Padme, and he wants more being a Jedi, and that's when he starts telling
Padme about
Padme like, well, no, he doesn't. Actually, he doesn't tell her. I think does he mention it?
Because
I know she says, "I'm not gonna die in childbirth." She goes like, "I promise you, like you're not gonna die." Like I promise.
Yeah.
You.
No, he tells him.
Really tell her.
Yeah, I think he tells her after because like that's when he ends up executing Order 66. But we're gonna get to that.
Oh, wait,
I think that's when he tells him.
Oh, okay, I think that's what it is. So obviously he accepted his offer, Palpatine's offer, which was off screen. I wanted to be like, yes, I'm overwhelmed. And then,
Sure.
And then we get these fucking weird ass alien, like whatever they are on that planet that Obi-Wan's on. They're like super weird looking. They're all, help us. They look scary though. Like I kind of picture these guys being villains, like how they look so evil and shit.
Yeah.
But anyway. And he's like, and then as they walk away, one of the guy goes, "Is he bringing additional warriors?" And he's like, "He didn't say." But obviously he has the clone army, backing him.
You haven't gotten to the part where he gets
Commander Cody, huh?
Well, he hasn't gotten his little iguana pet or whatever. Like,
Not yet, no, we haven't gotten there yet.
Sorry, I just.
No, that's actually my next point. You take it from here.
No, you're fine. No. Go ahead, continue. I just wanted to say he gets that iguana thing.
So yeah.
And he's riding it, and he's all.
Yeah, he makes that fucking weird noise, and the subtitles say it's yipping. Yippee! Like some weird shit. Anyway, and then we see our friend Viceroy. He's back.
Oh yeah, dude. I knew you were gonna get a kick out of this, dude.
Guy. And he gets sent to Mustafar. He's like, oh, that is dangerous. He's all pissed out. But will this be the end of our friend?
Ooh.
Anyway, he doesn't take kindly to the fact that Grievous is sending him there, and then Obi-Wan lands. He goes, hello there, Kenobi. But it's funny because so the army of droids could easily taken out Kenobi. Like, what the hell was his strategy there? Obviously, he knows the clones are coming, but he didn't have that much time. Like, they could have easily just boom, he would have been dead.
They should have they would have I feel like a lot of these fucking Jedi could have got sniped.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean? And then that's but the way they just stroll in, you're like, fuck, they feel like they could take anything out.
They don't give a fuck.
No.
And especially Kenobi, obviously the one that's always fucking up. You got a lot of balls, mate.
Yeah.
So then, so he takes to the fighting himself. And so we finally get to see him in action, Grievous, which the doctor didn't recommend that day. But he said he should stay in bed and have a little more cough drops. Let me take this cough drop.
He's like, take your NyQuil, a little bit of vapor rub.
He's like, do you have Advil, Kenobi? And then it's funny because they're talking and then he looks super dope. Grievous looks super dope. He looks super cool with his fucking arm. But then he gets his arms cut out super immediately. But right before that, or I might have been after. I'm sorry. They do this intense zoom on their eyeballs.
Oh yeah,
do you remember that?
You can see that.
It's just all intense. He's like, "You are doomed," and then Kenobi's like, "I don't think so." And then he runs away. He takes out, and because he gets defeated, force pushed, I think, and then he runs away on a speeder, and then
he freaking runs on that circular thing.
Yeah, that thing's cool.
And he fucking runs over some guy.
Yeah, he just fucks up, and then, and then that's when the clones have already came in, and they're backing up Obi-Wan.
And they're stretching Grievous out so much.
I love
How many
him.
times he would have died already, dude?
I know. And then he can do it, dude. He's good. He's got a heart full of gold. His donor was actually Shmi. Shmi. And then the iguana comes back. I don't know.
They shoot it off the wall, dude.
So
remember
weird.
that shit?
Yeah, he's just all sweet.
It's fucking sad, but
So then it switches. Anakin went to see the Chancellor, deliver the news, and see how his reaction is so he can report back to the council. But instead, we have Anakin reacting and becoming more vulnerable. Wait, what was the news? That he found Grievous, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know why I skipped into that.
Yeah, because the whole point of Grievous being caught is if Grievous does not die or gets caught, the war is going to keep going because all of them want the war because he's not dead.
Oh, I see.
And so he's using that as an advantage, and and then even fucking Palpatine goes, they go he's all, I think, remember when he tells, remember I told you Mace Windu talks to him and he goes, Chancellor, are you okay? And he goes, any motherfucker or whatever.
Yeah.
He tells him and he goes, and Grievous got away. He's like, yes, and Grievous got away. And he's like, yes, he's a slippery devil. He's a coward or something. And then he tells him if he keeps evading you guys, the war is going to continue. We're going to keep it going.
I see.
And that's what I'm saying. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I don't remember that part at all.
That's because you were fucking fixated on the not here. What is he? Not here. Yes, here.
Not here. Yes, here. horny devil. You.
Hey, dude. Honestly, he's clapping cheeks for sure.
Oh, for sure. He's clapping those cheeks.
Yeah.
Force pulling.
Force push. Dude.
Okay. And then, so he's talking to him, and that's when he has a revelation that Palpatine is the Sith Lord.
Yeah,
he doesn't know.
He
the
just
Sith
looks
name
at him,
yet,
right?
and he eases him into. He's like, oh my god, you're the Sith Lord. You're under arrest. And then but then he's so certain that he has Anakin by his by the threads that he has no fear in the fact that he has a lightsaber to his face, because usually we see later he's like, oh, don't kill me. It's funny because there's not the quotes come after all this shit starts going down. You know what I mean? The beginning it's a little it's just getting over, but then when it gets past that hump, which we're gonna talk about. So now and so and then it switches back to Obi-Wan, and then they're fighting the final showdown, and then I think he shoots something in it. No, he shoots a gun into his chest. Right? He opens it up and then ends up killing him. He's an organ donor. Luckily.
Hey, what is that from?
It's a super bad. You're an organ donor.
You're an organ donor.
My wife, the old lady, said no, but my wife insisted or something like that.
And he's even after death.
It's so stupid. Anyway. So now Anakin tells Mace Windu about it, that he knows that he's a Sith Lord. So I think a lot of things could have went a different way here. If
Yeah.
Mace let Anakin join them, maybe, just maybe, he would have not turned against them. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, he tells him to stay. He's like, "You stay back, Kenobi," and like, you know, it comes up the other 2 Jedi that nobody knows about. And
Yeah,
then, And then, you know, and then like, and you see he's pissed off. He's like, "Fuck!" He's like, "I just told you this news. You're not even gonna include me in it." You know what I mean? Like, in taking him down.
I think because he's all, you got to stay back or I won't trust you. I think because he knows he's so invested with that guy. Like,
Oh yeah, probably that he might
fucking
change it.
yeah.
But which he does. So you know, he gets, you know, Palpatine gets in Anakin's head, and Anakin senses, you know, terrible things is going to happen. And then Anakin kind of tears up and just knows what he needs to do. And then it's a little strange there. And then let's see. That's when I'm sorry. I think that last thing I just said, I don't even know what I was talking about. I was trying to think of the scene. I was like, wait a minute.
Because that scene that you're talking about is like when they finally, like, Mace Windu and those other random ass Jedis, they show up. I wanted to find a quote of, because I forgot to write it down. The one where I'll tell you later, towards the end. Okay. But you know, like they end up meeting up, and then freaking Mace Windu, and then those 2 other Jedis come in, and they're like, they start trying to fucking, they're like, oh, we know you're the fucking Sith Lord, so we're gonna take you down.
Oh, yeah.
And then he goes,
I am this. Yeah, I am this. Well, I was talking about a scene before, like he gets in Anakin's head again, and like, you know, Anakin like tears up. It's like a weird sequence. I think they're both. That's what it is. They're both sensing. He's standing in the Jedi Council, and he's like thinking, but he's like staring at the tower, and then Padme's like looking across. Like they kind of like sense each other.
Yeah.
But it's like a weird sequence that it happens. But Anakin tears up.
I remember that. Yeah,
he's like pushed to the edge.
He's gonna lose.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
He knows he's giving in. And then that's when he goes, and that's when he busts out his saber, and he goes, yeah, I put intense snarl. Yeah. And it's funny, he just takes out the other 2 like just fast,
dude,
real
like,
fast.
Who the fuck were they?
Exactly, the fucking
like
weird
bum ass Jedi.
Yeah, some bum ass Jedi.
Like worse than Obi-Wan, dude. Like, come on, dude.
They were trained by him. So Mace is the only strong enough one to go up against the Chancellor, who has him down. I mean,
he's about to strike him down.
The Chancellor's he flips around like Yoda does, and then of course Anakin intervenes, and he goes, and then Mace is like, oh, but like Mace looks at Anakin, but like he doesn't say anything. He already knows, like, fuck it, he's here already. He's not gonna be like, go away, Skywalker, you know, which I figured he might have said.
Yeah.
But then he's talking to Palpatine. He's like, "You're under arrest," and then suddenly he goes, "No, you will die." And then he like tries to electrocute him, and then he turns himself into a raisin.
Yeah,
he gets
the California raisin.
Yeah, he gets all fucked up, and then he goes, I can't hold it any longer.
Yeah.
I'm too weak. And he goes, "Please don't kill me, please."
Yeah.
But
he gives up.
Yeah, he's giving up. But obviously he's using it to toy with Anakin. Like Anakin feels bad for him, and like he knows, like, because he's not really struggling. Because once he realizes that's when Anakin chops off his hands, right?
He tells him, he's like telling him, like, I'm your only hope that she doesn't die. Remember, he's like telling him shit like that.
Right, yeah. And then he's like, don't do it. He has to face trial.
Yeah. And then because he already kind of doesn't trust the Jedi because of all the shit that he's been hearing. And then that's when he cuts off his arm and he goes, motherfucker!
And then Palpatine just goes, power! And then like starts shocking. Multiple power! Or something like some weird shit. Yeah. And shocks the shit out of Mace and just launches him out. Which is sad. I'm like, oh, Mace. Dude. He went out in glory, dude. And then Anakin goes, what have I done?
Yeah. What have I continued to do?
And then all of a sudden Palpatine is good. Like he just sounds like his normal self.
Like a normal self, yeah.
And he goes, "You're known as Darth Vader." Like I wish I would have known his like thoughts on that. I wish I kind of done like the Solo. Like he's like, "Oh, you're by yourself. You're solo." Like what if you said, like, "Oh, you're
you like the vibrator, Darth Vader."
Vader. Oh,
I don't know. Because I thought that too. That's funny that you said that because I was thinking, I'm like, why did he name him Darth Vader out of anything? Yeah. He could have named him like Darth fucking
bitch.
Darth Chut.
Darth Chut. And then he goes, rise. Like I like the way he says that shit. He goes, rise. Like it's like pretty cool.
He says that there, and then he says it again when Lord
Vader. right. And then he puts his hood on, and then his voice is back to normal for some reason.
May I be honest with you about something before we kind of go into it? Sorry, I just really want to tell you
Be
this.
honest, be honest.
When I was watching this movie, I cannot fucking help it for the life of me. For some reason, I kept thinking about the newest movies that just came out. Really? And I'm like, fuck, there's like, because like, you're like, and what time did fucking Palpatine start making fucking clones of himself?
Yeah.
And at what time was fucking Rey or whatever?
Did he have a family?
Yeah, and his family. And you know,
Rey
like,
is somehow born at some point.
It's like all this shit. And it's like, fuck, man. Like, and I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, it doesn't even fit that cool. I don't know why.
Not really at
like
all.
nothing.
I didn't even think about that. That's funny.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad you didn't, because I'm glad. I wanted to hear
truly,
your
honestly, just like out of my mind. Like I don't even think about
nah,
it. Like,
I watched
as far
them
as connecting
still.
or what, like, because obviously those movies have more of the Easter eggs than these would.
Yeah.
But then you think about the lore like a little bit behind it and shit.
Yeah, and you start seeing like all these fucking things. You're like, oh, this is why, and it's like,
and maybe Finn is Platoon's son.
Platoon,
or was it Plantoon, or what's
no. Tycoon, no,
Tycoon,
Typhoon,
or Panaka.
Dude, it'd be cool. Like, it would have been cool if they did something like that. Not just because he was like the black character of that, but like if he would like
connected somehow, like, or some weird.
It would have been fucking even cooler if like Finn was. Sorry, I just want to get into this because I really thought this. Like, if Finn was the Jedi that was supposed to be not just Daisy, or what's her name, Daisy Ridley or Rey. If he would have been the Jedi, and it's like, oh, fucking Mace Windu is still alive, and that's his son. Or something fucking, right?
But then, like, Finn, okay, we're going to talk about Force Awakens for a second. Finn is like, kind of, you think he's going to be a Jedi.
That's what I'm saying. And they kill him off. Right. Like, or they don't kill him off, but
they just kill that story.
They kill the story.
So just like, what the hell happened here? But anyway.
Oh, man. Let's get back into it. I just want to
get back into that shit.
That's its own fucking thing. But.
And then, and then sadly, like, this broke my heart. When he's talking to Anakin still, he starts telling him about his plans to kill Viceroy Gunry. I was like, oh, no.
But the war is over. Strikes him down.
We're not there yet. I know, but I know what you're talking about.
No, but is that not when he says execute orders?
Okay, well,
okay, all right.
And that's when he starts doing that. And honestly, like, it's a sad scene, but it's like one of my favorite scenes of like that whole movie. Like, it's sad, but like it's like the way they shot it, it's like really well done.
Yeah.
Like showing all the Jedis go down. Obi-Wan getting shot down first, but obviously kills their iguana. Poor little iguana.
Yeah.
And then your friend Kaidai Munda, he's like, come on!
Oh, yeah.
And they just shoot him up. And then they'll shoot his head.
That's why
his little hair's all
like, some might say that his forehead, he had a target on his forehead.
Duh. And then there's another Jedi in that Force. I don't know who that was. I'm not sure what that lady's name was.
Mm-hmm. I know who it is, but I don't know her name.
Yeah, she gets gunned down pretty sad.
Yeah, like sad. Dude,
doesn't even have a chance to fight.
They
do it brutal
crazy,
too,
bro.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like not even half the ones that are. There's like way more Jedi that died, but we don't see that.
And then the other one, who I don't know either, flying in the plane.
Oh yeah.
And then he gets blown up. And then another Jedi that's on the speed. It just shows a couple things. There's all this shit going down.
Kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, a lot of these clones are like really close to these Jedi, bro. Like, at this point, it's been like a few I don't know if it's years, but it's been a while.
Yeah,
of them being together.
Side. Yeah, exactly.
Like Obi-Wan,
so they trust him.
Yeah, Obi-Wan's super close to like all the
Commander Cody.
Commander Cody. Yeah, like all those dudes.
Like, you're gonna need this.
Yeah, and it's fucking crazy. Like that, they turn on them and like nothing.
It's
like nothing happened.
Yeah, they're just.
I don't know if they're like
robots.
programmed by someone or whatever, but
execute order. They're the one that's getting paid. Oh, and I forgot to mention this. When Yoda, he's like, I'm going to go to the Wookiee planet. And that's when, we got our introduction to the Wookiees, who are the only loyal ones at this point.
Yeah, like
they're the only loyal clones.
They're fighting the thing, and they're breaking down that thing that's like a circular, like, tank looking thing.
Oh, yeah.
And
they do like some cool ass stance. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And then, it's sad because Yoda starts to feel everything and shit. But then, and then that's cool because, like, oh no, he starts to feel everything, but then later again it shows him again
a little bit,
when
right?
when the clone comes from behind him, and then he just fucking fucking chops their head. Oh, dude, that shit was sick. And then it's funny because like Tarful and Chewie, that's what the Wookiees he's with.
Yeah,
and he just climbs on Chewie's little arm real fast and
they
just take off.
He takes off.
Fucking sweet.
It's like they know.
Yeah,
we're gonna get you the fuck out of here.
But we don't even know it's Chewie at that point. But obviously, you can tell if it was Chewie. And then it's intense. Anakin is walking with that army of clones behind him into the Jedi Temple, and then
sick.
And then he goes into the kids' room and goes, Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do? That shit was brutal.
Dude,
Dude.
that
I
shit,
remember
dude.
watching that, I was like, damn.
That was my favorite fucking scene.
Was
not of like the whole
You're a
movie.
fucking evil motherfucker.
I am, but it's because like not just the men, but the children.
But the children.
No, but like it's just I love the scene of this, like that whole scene, not just him killing those kids, but like these scenes of these fucking Jedi just going down, executed Order 66. Because like I'm telling you, like we saw like New Hope and Revenge of the Sith, all that shit, and when watching it, we knew something went down.
Yeah, of course.
And this is what went down. That's
what happened.
And seeing it, you're like, fuck, it's just crazy.
And it was brutal. Very sad. He is fully evil now.
And then his eyes get like,
whatever, they get all fucking like reptile. I don't even know what the fuck he does. I don't know. Maybe he has
Sith eyes.
Maybe he has the Grievous cough.
He got the Grievous.
You got the Grievous. And then so then 3PO tells Padme, he's like, Anakin's at the Jedi Temple. He's like, I'm sure everything's all right. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, everything is not all right. 3PO, once again, you are wrong. Okay, and so Jimmy Smith's character, Bail Organa. That's him. Bail Organa. The one who takes Leia.
Oh yeah.
He comes out and I'm like, what was this guy's purpose in the movie? Like, he didn't really do much. Like, he was just kind of there as a senator, right? And then
he's the one that ends up taking the kid, right?
Yeah. I think that was his only purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because like, it's cool because like he gets turned around. Remember with the clones, and then like that little kid Jedi comes out and starts like fighting him off.
That was pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, that was sick.
Dude.
I forgot about that part, to be honest.
Yeah, no, me too.
And then he gets shot down sadly, and then like it's funny because the clones just like they go, don't worry about him, let him go. Like they're just like fucking like, okay, he's gone. Like if it was a Jedi, like they've been like, let him go. And then we're back on Kashyyyk, and then Tarful and Chewie send Yoda on his way in a little pod, which they're like super amazed by that. Like where'd that pod come from? He's like, thank you, Chewbacca. I was like, crowd cheer. Sorry, that's stupid. Then, so now we go to Mustafa, the planet of Mustafa.
Mustafar's stupid. Mustafa's fucking from the Lion King.
Mufasa. That's Mufasa, stupid. Triple dumb.
Wait, what's Mustafa from?
Mustafa's just like
is that
a
name,
but that's from Anakin too. Oh no, Anakin. Austin Powers. My name is Mustafa.
Yeah.
3 times. Anyway.
I'm sorry. He's like, it's better down here. He's like, I'm still alive. He's like, can you send some help?
Just gets gunned down.
Oh
and then
God.
Anakin gets to Mustafar and tells R2 to stay back. And I think R2 senses a little bit like what's going on. Like he should have fucking said some shit. Told him 3PO or something.
Yeah.
And then Anakin shuts the door on Viceroy and his friends. And then it shows another scene. And my heart was pounding that whole time. I was like, what's gonna happen to Viceroy? And then it shows Obi-Wan and Yoda cleansing the clones outside, which is pretty cool scene. Like they're just destroying those fuckers. And then so they look back at like the cameras and like they see that it's Anakin.
Dude, that shit's sick. That little scene.
Like, I don't believe it. He's like, I don't. But it's funny because like it looks like all the younglings, they try to fight for themselves. But it's funny because they're all just grouped together in like a little, death circle. It's not funny, but like they're all together. Like I guess they all fought together because they're little kids. But they all, I can imagine.
He's like holding one of them and like he's like with one arm. Fucking Anakin.
Oh, that's right.
Because he has 2 lightsabers.
Oh, that's right.
He's like, or something like that. That's just
fucking
crazy.
Intense. Sad. So Obi-Wan doesn't really believe it, but he's so then Yoda tells him okay, wait, I'm sorry. They show that part, and then they go back to Mustafar, and that's when it shows, him fucking up Viceroy. And he goes, stop! No! That's the friend. That's the friend gets fucked up, and then God. No, the war is over. He's like, Lord Sidious promised us peace. He's like, we only want, and then he gets cut.
And he just gets
cut
like, down.
That was it, dude. That was our friend.
Dude. I don't like it.
That's it. We need to start it over, bring him back. We need a spinoff.
I went back to watch Phantom Menace.
I'm like, He's my favorite. Anyway, so now we're back to Yoda and Obi-Wan. And, Yoda obviously, I think he had a feeling that it was Anakin. Well, no, he knew it was Anakin all along, but, like, he had to show him the videos, like,
Yeah,
maybe
so you
to
can
show
just kind of see
him,
it.
you can actually see it. And he goes, "He's like my brother." And I like this part because he goes, "Use your feelings to find Yoda," tells Obi-Wan, but he ends up just going to ask Padme. Like, I thought he was like saying like, "Use your Force feelings." Like, I think you can feel where he's at. He's like, "I'm going to go ask Padme." He's like, "Fuck that shit."
He's all what?
And then he tells Padme, and obviously she doesn't believe it.
No.
But like he says, "I saw him killing the younglings."
You're gonna kill him, aren't you? Aren't you? And then he says like, "Oh, is Anakin's the father?"
Oh yeah, he
Isn't
knows.
he?
Yeah, he's
and then
Anakin's the
she's
father.
like,
And she's like,
and he goes, "Sorry," or something. He says, he walks away.
"I'm so sorry," or something like that. It's kind of so sad. So goes back to Anakin looking down at Mustafa like it's his fucking home now, which it is, right? I mean, that's where he like films, not films, like he stays most of the time.
Yeah, he stays. Yeah.
Which would make any man evil. But and it's funny because like he has his hood on, and it's like covering his face, but he like looks to the side with his eyes and like can he even see anything? All he sees is his hood. It's all dark.
He's using the Force.
That's fucking dumb. That's just a dumb thing. And then Padme's leaving because she wants to go find Anakin.
Because she knows where he is at, but she didn't want to tell Obi-Wan. That's how he fucking gets himself inside the ship and hides.
Which is the feelings he used. The feelings that Yoda told him. He's like, these are the feelings I'm going to use. Sneak into the ship. But I wonder the one, because like someone's asking to go with her. Remember? And I think it might have been Typhoon.
I don't remember.
It sounded like him. But she's like, "I'm gonna just take 3PO and R2 instead." Oh no, I'm sorry. Just takes the 3PO instead.
Because there's an R2 already over there.
He's already over there.
Yeah.
And then okay, Obi-Wan's on the ship, and then Padme flies in. And Anakin goes, "I saw your ship."
He's running, dude. He can see him running at the back.
He's all happy. And then she's like, "Tell me it's not true, Anakin. Tell me." And he's like, "My new powers." But it's funny because he says my new powers, but like, at what point did Darth Sidious teach him that? Like, did we miss something there?
I don't know. I don't
somehow
think
he already has the powers.
I don't think he taught him anything. I think he's just fucking
I think he's already just embraced the fact that he's gonna be strong, which is great. And then you just see Obi-Wan in the background with his arms like a disappointed mom while he's just standing there. He's
like
with his hands on his hip and shit.
Like a freaking soccer mom.
I know. He's like, "You've been a bad boy, Anakin."
No Capri Sun for you.
I know. And then he feels betrayed by Padme. Like he's, but even prior to that, like he's like, "We just keep talking about Obi-Wan," and he's just like, "Because Obi-Wan." I'm tired of hearing about Obi-Wan. He's all pissed off.
Yeah, that's what he sees. That's when he sees him, like he said, and then he goes, "You brought him here to kill me.
You're all against me.
You're all against me." Yeah.
And then he chokes her for like a couple seconds, and then she like passes out real fast. And then he goes, "You have done that yourself." Come on, damn, fucking badass.
He's like, huh?
Nothing.
It's because you went like that. I was like, and then he goes. That's when he tells him, "This is the fucking line. This is like fucking sick." That's when he's telling him. He goes, "You have allowed this Dark Lord to twist your mind until now." Remember that?
Oh.
He gives him that whole speech, and then he's all, "Until now, you've become the very thing you swore to destroy."
Oh, yeah. He gives a lot of sweet speeches at this end.
He's all, "Don't lecture me. I see through the lies of the Jedi."
No, the Jedi.
Yeah. "I do not see the same you do."
And he goes, "If you're not with me, then you are my enemy."
Yeah.
And then
I brought peace and justice to my new empire.
Just another poor your empire.
He's on my allegiance to the republic, to democracy.
Democracy.
Dude, that's my fucking favorite.
I should see.
I love that.
You will try.
Yeah.
And then they fucking fight. And then they start fighting, and then that's when it shows. Then it shows Yoda approaching the Emperor.
Yeah.
And then he takes out those two. That's fucking badass. He takes out those two guards real fast. I remember the crowd. I remember the crowd. It was just like, oh, fucking sick. But that's a dope fight too.
Yeah, that's a dope fucking fight.
And in true Star Wars fashion, we got a battle and another battle happening. It's like I feel like it always happens.
Yeah.
They don't want to focus on that one, because like if they just focus on Anakin, like and just made that a full fucking length scene, Obi-Wan and Anakin, dude, that'd be badass. So what we saw was badass.
It was fucking
like
sick.
their fight is super cool.
You know, like it was super choreographed, like hard. Remember that shit?
Mm-hmm.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, they like train like
for fucking
a
months.
long time. Which is fucking so all the shit they're doing is them. And then Palpatine and Yoda are fighting too, which is pretty cool. And then I have this down, but I don't know who says it. It's probably Anakin. He goes, or Obi-Wan goes, "Not if I have anything to say about it." Oh no, I'm sorry, it's Yoda. He's like, "Not if anything to say about it, I have." Yeah. And then it's good. Like it's so stupid. Like they didn't have to say that. And I like what Yoda says to him. He goes, "If so powerful you are, why leave?" Oh, damn, fucking bad. And there's no screaming Yoda this time. No. Remember last time? He's like,
I know, which I missed, dude. It was kind of stupid. Like, why didn't they
should have kept doing it. But then you got like the Emperor the whole time going, just laughing the whole time.
He's just cackling the whole time.
He's just fucking crazy.
He's like, you know when he throws, because he's throwing the fucking like the little
the fucking
seats at him,
and shit.
And then he throws it back at him, and then he goes, he dives.
I wish Yoda had been on one of those. Like, and then Yoda falls down, and like they both kind of go, and then like he forgets his little coat. Remember, it flies off. I was like,
it flies off, and it lands on a freaking pike or something.
It's like it's the flag. You know, that's it. That's the Jedi. Yeah. That's the last.
Why did he give up? Do you think he couldn't do it anymore? Huh?
Well, he just flew down. He took a beating, and then the Emperor, like he was strong. He was way up top. Like it's just too much on little Yoda. So then he crossed his little vents, and that's when Organa. I guess Organa's purpose was to save Yoda.
He hits him. He's like, "Tell me, put your locator on." He's whole little. He's like,
hey. He's like, "I have to go into exile." I'm so sad. They should have showed him going to Dagobah. That'd been fucking sick.
Dude, I know. I kind of want to see why the fuck. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I know why he went to Dagobah, but I want to see how he got there. Honestly.
Yeah, how he gets there. It's light speed, fool. And then
in the little pod that the Wookiee saw him
in. So then they're doing their battle still, Obi-Wan and Anakin. And it just becomes more and more challenging and inconvenient as to what they have to fight on. Like at one point, Anakin's like on a bucket, and fucking Obi-Wan's on like this little platform. Like they're just like
he starts riding a bucket, that robot, right?
The bucket, which is fucking all sick. And then they pass by those workers and all that. That's gotta be like the worst job you gotta have. You know, they're just collecting fucking lava, dirty jobs. They have to have some good workers comp, I'm sure.
Yeah, dude.
And then we get to our scene, one of the best. That defines the franchise. Just kidding. Sorry.
Damn, that was fucking intense. I don't know.
He gets on the top and he goes, "It's over, Anakin.
Oh, okay.
I have the high ground." But so it's funny because like he says that, but like when he fought Darth Maul, God, I can't talk. Mm-hmm. He had the low ground. Remember, Darth Maul had the high ground. But I think Darth Maul was so like, "Oh, I win." And he had, he took him by surprise. But obviously, Obi-Wan was more focused. And why all of a sudden? Out of the 9 times he's been saved by Anakin, he finally defeats Anakin. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, anyway.
It's just so weird. Do you think, and like I strongly do believe this, do you think kind of Anakin might have been holding back a little bit?
Because he
still felt something for his master, that's his brother.
Maybe. I feel like he's just way too far gone at that point. But,
yeah.
I mean, it's hard to tell for sure.
Because I remember like
let's ask him. Hey, Christian's all set, everybody.
Not here.
Yeah, leave. What?
No, but like, dude, it's just crazy. And then he jumps. He's like, "You have the." He's like, "It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground." And
then of course Anakin tries. He's like, "Don't try it."
What does he say? He's like, "I underestimate my power."
And then he jumps up and then he fucking cuts off his legs. And his arm too, right? Or no, his arm. His arm is still there. He just cuts out the legs.
Yeah.
He's like, he's just all pissed, and he goes,
"I hate."
You're the chosen one.
Oh yeah.
It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them, bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness.
Yeah.
And then,
I hate you.
Okay. Powerful words by Obi-Wan, though.
Honestly,
good job.
That was really well. This whole scene is like
his whole arc is just comes to a close. And it's sad. He's just like, "You're my brother, Anakin. I loved you."
Yeah.
But I wish he had said, "I loved you," and then Anakin goes, "I hate you." Yeah. That would have been funny.
That would have been even better.
But he didn't do that.
Dude, let's go back to what I was going to tell you before in the beginning. You remember we were talking about the game.
Oh, yes.
So if you played the Revenge of the Sith, the one we were playing on the PS2 when that came out, you had the chance of, like, I guess, like winning that fight and seeing
losing,
what
right?
happens. Remember, and then like
Anakin.
Anakin winning, and then like when Anakin actually he jumps, fucking Obi-Wan can't see the jump, and he kills him.
Oh, that's right.
And then he becomes Darth Vader, and he kills Chancellor Palpatine and all that shit.
It just becomes like an
he just becomes
fucking sweet.
It's fucking cool. Honestly, I like how I did it, but I was like, damn,
That game was cool because like it showed like scenes from the movie that weren't in the movie. Like it, kind of showed us some extended clips, which is super dope. That game was fun.
It was a sick ass game.
It was well done. And then Anakin just all of a sudden just catches fire. A little spark just fucking goes into
his little
flame.
feet. That's why, or his non-legs.
He just goes into flames, and then Obi-Wan just leaves him to die. He doesn't try to kill him because he said he wasn't gonna kill him. He's like, I'm not gonna kill him, so he just leaves him. Which I feel like if Yoda found out, he'd been kind of mad. But anyway, so then Palpatine, he's flying over the outline, and they find Anakin pretty quick.
Yeah,
like I don't know, maybe with the Force sense. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, the Force does mysterious.
Maybe he's
things.
still yelling "Fucking hate you." He's like, you hear that?
All I hear is just like I'm pissed. And then all of a sudden, there's like a bunch of ships like surrounding where like Padme's having her baby. Were they all just like parked there, or like they're like all there for were they all there for the pregnancy, or like what? Because like they're all like surrounding it, like honoring her. Like, is that what it was? I feel like that's what it was. Anyway, and then they just say Padme has lost the will to live. And, what a way to go! Lost her boy. Pretty sad, but it's cool because like it kind of flips back and forth with Padme and Anakin both on the operating tables, and they're both like screaming in pain. Yeah. And it's pretty cool. Like I like how they do that. And then it's funny because like when the babies come out, she chooses the name super fast. She just goes Luke, and then the next one Leia. Like you catch that?
Yeah,
that's kind of weird.
And just because like she's dying.
I know, but she's like, I gotta think of something fast, and then the robot's like, ooh, baba.
I do.
Uba. It's just all looking weird. And then the droid's delivering the babies, and then she dies. And then we go back to, which is another famous scene. We show Darth Vader's complete.
Yeah.
And he raises up again. He goes, you want to do it or me?
No, go for it.
Goes, Where's Padme?
It seems in your anger.
Wait. You can jump ahead. He goes, where's Padme? Is she safe? Is she all right?
It seems in your anger. You killed her.
And he goes, I couldn't have. She was alive. I felt it. And then like he starts destroying everything. He goes, no. No.
Everything's destroyed.
It's like,
and he comes off of the fucking hinges too.
Yeah, he comes off like a fucking monster, like Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
But it's just funny because like at that moment it makes Vader a little bitch. Like, I think they're just still trying to, because it's still Anakin who just got into it. Yeah. So that's what it was, obviously. And then but it's just so funny. I remember that scene in the theater. Everyone just started fucking laughing.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? No. Like, and then, of course, it's the original voice, too, so it's even better.
What's his name? I forgot the guy's name.
James Earl Jones. And so now we're to the babies, and, poor Luke gets the short end of the deal. He's I'll just send him back to Tatooine. He can live and be a moisture farmer, and then, Leia gets to live in the stars.
In the fucking luxury.
Just be fucking luxurious like a mother. Like your mother. But I guess he does it just because, he's like, I want him to grow up knowing his memory. Says he wants him to like know his family.
Yeah, and then I think he said because I think they think he's like he might be the Hope or whatever for the New Hope. They also like remember Yoda tells Obi-Wan that Qui-Gon Jinn is not dead.
Yeah,
and then he's strong in Tatooine or something, right? Or he says something about Tatooine.
Qui-Gon or something like weird.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. I guess he goes to like find the answer. And then he says like stay there to keep a close eye on.
Yeah,
to keep a close on the baby, which he does, and he's waited quite. Kind of
crazy. It took a while for him to like talk to him because like Luke is like fucking like how old is he? He's like older.
He's probably like 17.
No, he's like 20 something at that point. Yeah, he's like old as hell.
I don't know what the old fucking ages are in these movies.
No, I don't know fucking either. But I feel like he was older. That's why they were like, I cannot teach the boy. You told me. Remember that's later on.
Teach the boy. Stupid.
You know what I'm talking about, right? In Empire.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
And then it's stupid. And then they're like, "Oh, take care of these droids, and have this protocol droid's mind wipe." Because, oh no! But it's like, so they wipe 3PO, but not R2, right? Or did they do R2 too? Is that what he? No, he was just talking about 3PO.
He's talking about both of them. Both of them.
Oh, was they talking about both of them?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
both of them.
I thought they were just talking about the one.
Because if you think about it, they know literally everything that went down.
Yeah, they do. And that's what I'm saying. Like, R2 could have transcribed to 3PO everything, like in the new ones. But anyway, makes sense. Then we're showing the funeral of Padme, and that's when we get Boss Nass and Jar Jar together.
You see him, yeah.
Return to the Nass, I should have called it. He's all, let me just motor both them real quick. And that's the only time we see. That's the last time we see those guys.
Yeah, boom, no, that's not the last time anymore.
Of Obi-Wan and Boss Nass?
No. Boss Nass and Jar Jar.
Jar Jar.
No, Jar Jar comes out again. They added him. You don't remember?
When?
So in the ending of Revenge of the Sith, we'll get to that eventually. You know when they're all celebrating, like, and they're all fucking popping fireworks.
Yeah.
You hear Jar Jar Binks going, oh yeah, shit like that.
When are they popping fireworks?
At the end of the movie, when they tell you like everything's done and they're saved.
Revenge of the Sith?
Revenge of the Sith. Sorry, Return of the Jedi. Sorry.
Oh, you're right.
Thank you. Return of the Jedi. Sorry.
You're right.
Yeah,
I thought I was talking about. I don't remember fireworks.
Yeah, Revenge or what is it again?
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. Sorry. Yeah, Return of the Jedi.
That's right. They did.
And
And
then,
they
he
even
comes
added
out.
Hayden Christensen, right?
And then he's all smiling.
Was
The little
that
Ewok.
Anyway, so stupid.
No, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that was
funny.
random.
Forgot about that shit. And then we get a quick view of the Death Star being built, and I think that's a young Tarkin right next to them. It looks like.
I don't recall.
It's Sidious, Vader, and then there's like a general with
Tarkin?
him, and it looks.
Yeah.
I think it was Tarkin. It looked like him. And then we see, Leia in her new life with the baby, and then we go to Luke.
You mean
and
Leia?
Leia? I'm sorry, yeah, Leia. Yeah, Leia's new life, and then we see Obi-Wan take Luke to Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru.
Yeah.
It's funny, he gives him to Beru, but like she turns around, and fucking Owen's already staring at the sun. And it's
Yeah.
they just want to set up that fucking scene.
Yeah.
The poor Obi-Wan, like, I wonder what he does on that planet that whole time. Anyway,
Talking shit.
yeah,
No, I'm just
talking
kidding.
shit. He's like, just using the Force on him. And then that's
I don't want you to go see that old wizard.
Nobody sees the wizard, no way, no how. And then and then they get that last shot, the two sunsets.
Yeah.
And that's and they finish the movie. Yeah. So out of 50 Wookiees, what do you rate this?
Oh shit! I rated. No, I thought this movie was fucking. Well, I mean,
It's great because it's darker than the other ones.
Yeah, I think I told you this.
darkest.
Like, this is like my second favorite movie out of all the Star Wars movies. I just like,
Your first is New Hope.
and the first is A New Hope,
Yeah.
and like I think like
And
this
then
movie.
Rise of the Skywalker is your next one.
Oh god, I don't even talk about that movie. No, I mean it wasn't bad, but it was not great. But yeah, no, like I thoroughly enjoyed this movie a lot. Like I watching it again. I was like, I saw it twice. I told you.
Yeah.
I always like to watch them twice just to kind of like, because the first time I
Get a
watch it,
real-
I'm always like kind of like
You
doing
just want to
things.
enjoy it. You don't want to
But
think
then
about it.
and then I want the second one to be like the one where I write a little bit more.
Dive in.
And then but like watching, I was like, God damn, this movie's fucking good, dude. And like you could ask Diane, well, my wife, she could attest to this. Like, dude, randomly, I'll talk about that scene, the one where he's like, "Your new empire," and I'll just put that scene on.
Oh
That's all I watch, and I show her,
New
and then I tell her like, and this is why this is happening, and she's just like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
You're like, Empire.
What did you think, man? What did you think?
I
overall?
definitely thought it was one of the best out of the prequels because I agree. I mean, well, I would probably do it third because I like New Hope and Empire. Probably Empire first, and then New Hope, and then Revenge of the Sith. I think that's how I'd rate it. But still, it's a great movie. I like the dark. It was how it was dark, and it's just like, and I'm glad I got to watch it again because I haven't seen it in so long, and it brought back the memories. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. Did you go see this midnight when it came out or whatever?
I saw it at some premiere. I definitely saw it at a premiere.
Yeah, I saw it in the morning.
I think I saw it on a school night. That's how bad I
Oh.
was. I had the hair like Hayden Christensen all along and shit. I was like, and then, and I went to go smoke a cigarette at 10, and then someone's like, no, not here. I'm all, yes, here. Just kidding.
I saw that movie at Regal Cinema, the one right there on.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, and then I saw it like
Fuck that
at
dude.
10 a.m. I ended up having to wait.
10
We
a.m., huh?
woke up at 6 a.m.
Uh-huh.
and we waited in line like a few hours to get into this.
Isn't that
watch it.
crazy how we used to do that shit?
That
That's
sucked.
bananas.
Yeah, and then I saw it with my two brothers. And
It'd be
we were
easier to do it
super
now because
excited.
we have like all these, we have a Switch but I guess back then we had like Game Boys and all that shit.
Yeah.
But still, like I never take it. It was more fun like standing with your friends and just be like the hype.
Yeah,
you
kind
know,
of like
just
high.
kinda
Because everyone, and I mean like the lines was fucking long.
yeah, it went
And
down
and
for
this
a
is like
while.
you would have to wait in line to even see if you can get a ticket.
That's true.
And
yeah.
then like, dude,
oh, you actually, I remember you brought up this point, how there was no advance tickets, but there actually was. I remember they'd release,
really?
you can either go like earlier in that day or like the day, a couple days
that's
before.
right,
They used
that's
to do
right.
that. And I remember we'd do that shit. We'd
I
have
never
hold
did
on little
that.
ticket stub. We're like, yeah, we're getting in. We
Yeah.
don't know where we're gonna sit, but we're getting in.
Yeah.
So,
I remember doing it and like, dude, everyone was like super stoked.
super
And there
high.
was like people that were already there that had already saw it.
oh, fuck,
And there
I
was
know.
a guy selling a bootleg of the movie right there and then.
Are you serious?
I
already?
swear to God.
That's fucking crazy.
He had
dude.
it right there.
Imagine that shit.
And I was just like, dude, should we buy it? And we're like, no, don't fucking do it. Don't
Should
ruin
we
it.
buy it? Well, you're not gonna go see it. Just gonna
Yeah,
go-
no, we're gonna watch
Okay.
it regardless, but we didn't want it to get ruined by like him saying some shit.
Oh yeah.
But he was
That's
walking
fucking-
around selling it. I was like,
That's
dude.
fucking great. And like I can imagine what he was filming. It's funny because like bootlegs were more of a thing back in the day.
Yeah.
Like now, like we'd probably get some solid copies of bootlegs, but they still do now here and then. But like, you know, not everyone does it anymore. Like
Yeah,
I
you
guess
s- they
because
used-
it's so everything's so openly available and shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's
It
easy
was
to do.
crazy, huh? Like
That's fucking
bootlegs.
funny. I mean, we used to do
Yeah.
it. My brother was obsessed with it. We'd go to Mexico and just fucking go to
Yeah.
the store, 3 for 10 or some shit like.
And they
Just
weren't
fucking-
bad, but some were shitty.
Yeah, somewhere shitty. I'm gonna tell a story real quick.
Go
There's this one guy who bought. Remember, he bought he's like, I bought a pirated movie, and it was literally just a bunch of pirates. You remember that? Oh shit! I'm a Pirates of the Caribbean. Just kidding. Shit was great though. Like, oh, fuck, I can't even imagine. This is supposed to be Star Wars,
I thought I was watching Spider-Man.
not space pirates.
Dude,
Oh
fucking,
shit, that's great.
dude, I've bought some fucking. I bought a bootleg movie one time that was like it was fuck, I forget what it was. It was in L.A. and it was supposed to be I think shit. I want to say it was like the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk when that came
The
out.
old one,
The one
old
with Eric Bana or
yeah, I know.
you know what I'm talking about?
Cartoon
And-
dogs. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then like so I bought that one and we took it home and it was like the Lou Ferrigno. I was just like we were like, what is this?
Oh shit!
This isn't it, dude.
You got fooled.
We went back, bro, and we're like, no, this is
He's like, no returns. You got your receipt.
no. No, we fucking we took it back. We got something else. I forgot what else we
That's
got. but it's
fucking
just
great.
fucking great. I just remember that.
There used to be a lot of sketchy spots like that. We used to know
Yeah.
some guy who like in his like car shop fucking sold that shit in the back. He just go to the back, you gotta fucking list them. Fucking sweet. They're
Yeah,
good
dude.
copies.
Yeah, no, those fuckers.
Ah, that's great.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you.
No,
I used
and-
to sell those shits too
Really?
when I was
Oh,
in high
shit.
school. Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. No, and when we go to Mexico and Puerto Vallarta, they literally have stores.
Of
Like,
that?
stores of bootleg movies. It was
That's
like it was like
fucking
a
cool.
like a blockbuster, but like
Of bootleg.
lackluster. But anyway, so Star Wars, that was great.
Now wait, sorry. What was the lackluster? So it was just a little store and like
It
a
was just like
bunch of
little
fucking.
stuff.
Were they in
Bunch of bootleg-
Spanish?
I mean, they had more movies. Like they had other movies,
But they were
like,
in Spanish
their
or were
top
they-
new releases were like the new movies. Yeah, well, no, because like a lot of these movies were English.
Yeah, right.
But like
okay.
they had like subtitles or something like that, or they just looked really bad.
Yeah.
And that's fucking great though. And they have like a ghetto ass cop front cover of it. It just looked all sick. I was like, bro, we had to get it. And, I remember I was in Mexico too. It's a quick story. It was funny because it was like the August that Pineapple Express and Tropic Thunder had came out.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
really wanted to fucking see those movies, and I was stuck in Mexico. I wasn't stuck in Mexico, but I was in Mexico.
I remember.
So
this
I
story,
would
actually.
go to the computer labs to try to stream the video.
Yeah.
I was only successful in Tropic Thunder, and I stayed there and I watched the whole thing. It was fucking great. I was cracking up. And then I forgot when I saw Pineapple Express. I saw it at some point, but yeah, it's a funny little story.
That's funny because I remember you telling me this story too.
Yeah, it's just great.
God damn.
The
All
things you
right.
do for movies. But anyway, so next time we will be diving into A New Hope, the more beloved film in the franchise, I would
Well,
have to say.
I mean, yeah, for Star Wars, but I think we might be doing a Halloween special, right?
Fuck, what day is it?
I don't know.
Maybe in 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't know. Well, we'll discuss later.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, that's it for me. Anything else? Any closing arguments?
No, man, I don't know what to add. Honestly, I feel like It's just the story of the bootlegs threw me off a little bit, but I don't know why. I
what?
enjoyed the bootleg stories.
Oh, sorry.
No,
You're
you're
all
telling me. No,
bamboozled.
this is good. I don't have anything else to add about this movie. I just remember, when we were watching it, we were so hyped. I did buy it on bootleg eventually, and I remember watching it. It was all shitty.
It was Revenge of the Shit. The all anal chapter.
No, yeah, dude.
Well-
it was weird. It was a weird time when this movie came out.
Oh, for sure.
I just remember because it was I was still a kid, and I think I bought Phantom
It's
Menace.
just a boy. Yeah, I think I was in middle school. I was in middle school when this came out.
Yeah,
Good times.
good times.
But anyway, we'll see you next time, next
Yeah.
week, for our next episode, next installment of Quotables. Thanks for listening.
Bye, guys.
Hello, everyone.